Hello, this is Roseanne Portia from MAPSystem. Welcome today to this video tutorial about how you can tap into hidden profits in your business. And this video tutorial is in fact the first one in a series of 4 video tutorials. And the reason I put these together is because I've been working with many mortgage brokers and financial planners for a long time, and I've noticed that there's certain campaigns and there's certain strategies that are highly successful in generating more profits and more revenue. And so what I decided to do was give you the opportunity as my gift to you to have access to 4 really profitable strategies. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, you'll receive an email with a video tutorial on it like this one. And if you think about it, if each one of the campaigns that I've worked very closely with financial professionals have generated in their own right $50,000, $70,000, $90,000, then it would be fairly reasonable for me to suggest that you could generate $25,000 from each one. So I ask that you take notice of the strategy, that you learn the concepts, and that you implement them, because they really do work. And I'm sure that you must be feeling that you would definitely like to be adding an extra $100,000 to your business. I mean, who wouldn't? With some very simple yet concise methods that actually do work. They've been tried and tested. So let's get into it. Let's talk about tapping into hidden profits. That's the first video tutorial. So most business owners actually underestimate the profits that are sitting in their business right now. Statistics will tell us that between 5 and 15% of your clients are actively thinking about or wanting to do something with their finances right now. And if you're not in touch with them on a regular basis, or if you're not aware of what their needs are consistently and regularly, you may in fact be missing out on that business. Or alternatively, your client might just simply put it off. So it's important that we tap into these hidden profits, because they're sitting there right now ready for us to take that opportunity to help our clients with whatever it is they're in need of, filling any of their financial gaps, and certainly to profit from that as well. So are you in touch in the right way? It's fair to say I speak to so many financial professionals who will look at me and say, Rose, I don't often stay in touch with my clients enough. In fact, they'll tell me sometimes that it's been a couple of years since I've spoken to some of my clients. So if those clients have been thinking of doing something within their mortgage or their financial position, then that particular financial professional could be definitely losing out. And certainly that's when we might notice in our trail book reconciliation that a client has moved on in another direction. So we don't want that to happen. We want to get in touch with them the right way on a regular basis. So one of the things that I find quite often is that the clients don't in fact know everything that you do. It's interesting, I had a broker tell me at one of my business strategy sessions recently, we spent a full day together going through marketing initiatives and referral strategies, and he said to me, Rose, you're not going to believe this. I did a purchase for a client, and then mutual friends went to the bank directly for his refinance. And when this broker said to the client, to the friend, why did you go directly to the bank? He said, I thought you only did purchases like you did for our other mate. I didn't realise that you actually do refinances as well. Now, for you and I that are in the industry, we think that that's a no-brainer. We think that that's an automatic, that the clients should know that if you're conducting a purchase, that certainly you can conduct a refinance, a debt consolidation, and all of those that are very similar transactions. But your client doesn't know that necessarily. So it's really important that we must educate them. And not just educate them once, we need to continually remind them that this is our service offering, this is all the scope of the things that we can do, and also this is how we can assist our clients, for example, with your strategic alliances. So if you're a mortgage broker and you have access to a financial planner and you think that that client, there may be some gaps in their financial position, maybe they need some better insurances or have their superannuation looked at, then you can refer your client to that particular person. That's still within the suite of offering that you have available to you. Similarly, if you're a financial planner, you can refer clients that need information about a mortgage or an accountant, etc. It all works the same way, but letting your clients know that you have access to these third-party people who you trust in will certainly give your clients a lot more satisfaction that they can have that full suite of services. So what can you do? Well, the first thing that's really important to do is to clean up your database, clean up your CRM, because what I've noticed in speaking to many financial professionals is that sometimes they're very diligent with inputting all of the correct information for their clients and sometimes they're not. And even when you've done your absolute best efforts to ensure that what you've keyed into the CRM is accurate, from time to time people will change their details. So it's really important that we stay in touch with the clients to find out if there have been any changes. So once you've cleaned up your CRM, and certainly your aggregators and dealer groups, they can help you. They've got phenomenal systems now that can allow you to keep very detailed information on your clients. Then you need to categorize these clients, and we'll speak more about categorizing in one of our further tutorials, but let me just say that you can do the categories on an Excel spreadsheet, and that will help you determine that if you wanted to have a campaign where you tap into certain clients in a particular age group or a particular geographical area, by having that spreadsheet you'll be able to do so. So definitely categorize the clients. For some, it's as easy as just exporting the data into an Excel spreadsheet and you can play around with it that way. The next thing, which I guess is the most important, this is to call your clients. Decide whether you're going to call them all in one campaign effort, or whether you're going to segment that and call them over 3 months or twice yearly. Whatever you decide depends, of course, on the number of clients that you have within your client base. But what I've found is the financial professionals who regularly call all of their clients at a minimum twice a year. This is what you really want to be aiming for, at least twice a year, to contact every single client and ensure that their financial needs are okay. Is there anything you can help them with? Is there anything that they've been thinking about discussing with you? Is there something perhaps that they're not happy with? I know some mortgage brokers, for example, when it comes time that their pro-pack fee, their annual pro-pack fee is almost about to be charged, they get in touch with the client and they say to the client, look, you're all about to be charged a $350 or $400, whatever the amount is, you're about to be charged this fee in about 6 weeks. Before that fee is charged, did you want to catch up and see if you're really having the best product and lender for your current circumstances? And that definitely generates business, just that one activity. So guys, please consider that one. Moving along, the best formula for success is you've cleaned up that database, you've had that phone call, that conversation to see how they're going. And also at that time you'll want to ask for up-to-date phone numbers, email address, etc. to make sure that if you need to make any adjustments on your CRM, you can do so that you have a very accurate client detail. So then you want to start some campaigns, and the best one is definitely a call campaign, and that's what today's focus is about. calling your clients, and even following up with a letter, that's always advisable as well. So let's talk about Mike. We created a call program. So I wrote a script for Mike, and what we did, we got a young girl who was bright and bubbly, came into his office, and she started calling all of the clients, ensuring that their details were up to date, and asking them, is there anything that Mike can help you with? Would you like an appointment with Mike? Is there anything that you would like to discuss? Well, it's very interesting that over the next 3 months, just by doing this exercise, he was writing above and beyond what he would normally write, an extra $750 to $1 million a week in new business because of that call campaign. So he had 500 people to contact, and that's why he got a person to come in and make the calls, because he was busy enough doing the mortgages in the back office, so he had an external person come in. He also was introducing those clients to his financial planner, and he receives 25% of any of the upfront commissions that are generated from that financial planning work. So in just a 6-month time span, just from the financial planning alone, and having pretty much a conversation with the client saying, look, perhaps we should have a look at your super, perhaps you're underinsured, you're taking on more debt, would be a really good idea to talk to my financial planner and see if there's anything that you need. And so from that activity, having a quality conversation and then passing the details on to the planner, he generated $14,400 in a 6-month period. Now, of course, Mike's gone on to use that campaign twice a year, every year, and he continues to generate business on a regular basis. And the good thing is that his clients are looking forward to hearing from him on a regular basis. And it helps them to remember that he is the go-to person, rather than the clients thinking of seeing someone else or potentially going directly to the bank. So it really does help your clients stay with you longer. One of the most powerful underutilized forms of marketing is the telephone. So please get on the phone and start calling your clients. It's very easy to do. I know some financial professionals that just have a list and every week they call 10. So it's not something that's very difficult to do. You can make it a big event whereby you call hundreds of people in a couple of weeks and generate a really huge amount of business, or you can make it something smaller and do it yourself that's more manageable, maybe 10, 15 people a week, 20 if you can, and just schedule it in and make sure that you do make those calls. Don't let distractions and fires that you might have to put out distract you from a really important task of being in touch with your clients. Let's go on to another case study. Let's talk about Andrew. Andrew had 200 clients, or he has, and in 6 weeks only, he generated $60,000 from the same style of call program. Okay, so we had a script. Again, he called in someone to make the phone calls. And so he waited a month after the business was done, and he tidied up loose ends with those particular clients that wanted something there and then. And then he did a mail campaign. So he sent out a letter talking to clients about some of the new services that he was offering, that he's now offering self-managed super funds and things like that. And that campaign generated another $45,000 in new business from his existing clients. So you can see here, just by this campaign, you're not even getting new clients, but you're generating an enormous amount of new profit and revenue. And certainly, there's always the referrals that come from the people who have been doing business with you for a while, and then they do repeat business. They then talk to people, and of course they refer you new clients. So that's definitely the end game. We always want to look after our clients so that they refer to us. So $60,000 in 6 weeks, and then another $45,000 in a very short space of time. Really, really good figures, and this is why I really encourage you to embrace this campaign, because it generates very significant dollars. Let's talk about Carlo. Carlo attended my business results inner circle, and from what he learned in one day, within 2 weeks his PA had called half of their client base, and this generated 17 expressions of interest to speak further. In the first month he generated $12,000 in upfront commissions, and everything I'm talking about is the upfront commission. He then sent a letter out at about week 5 after making the calls, and he's generated a total of $45,000 in 90 days. So that's another phenomenal result from getting on the phone and contacting your clients. So I'd like to offer you a little gift, because you might be there thinking, okay, well, I'll get on the clients, but what do I say to them? So if you notice down the bottom of this video, you'll see a download. It's a PDF download, and it actually has a couple of phone scripts that you can feel free to use or modify as you like. So depending on your personality, you might want to change the wording. By all means, feel free to do so. But at the end of the day, there's certain things that you're going to want to discuss with your clients, and they're clearly written on those scripts. I guess whether you're doing it or whether your PA is doing it, the key here is to sound authentic and to sound relaxed and conversational. Please don't sound like you're reading from a script, because the person on the other end of the phone will more than likely notice and feel a little bit awkward. So definitely practice the script a few times, perhaps to your partner or spouse, or even while you're walking the dog, and then get really comfortable and familiar with it and get on the phone. It's not a difficult script. It's really about tapping in and asking them how everything's going, what their needs are, if you can be of service to them, and certainly checking in with what may have changed in terms of their work phone numbers or email addresses, things like that, so you can stay in regular contact with them. And go ahead and embrace this call campaign and embrace contacting your clients at least twice a year, everyone on your client base. If it seems like too big a job, call someone in, employ someone for a week or 2. The money that you spend on it will be nothing in comparison to the money that you generate. So go ahead and do the call campaign. I encourage you to try it out, and please let me know your feedback in terms of what sorts of results you've generated in the time span, whether it's a 90-day time span that you're working on or 6 months, whatever your preference is. I'd love to hear from you from an email. It would be a pleasure to know more and more about the people that I'm assisting and the success that you're receiving. So that's the first tutorial. So let me tell you briefly about what's next. The next tutorial is from the book that I wrote, Cracking the Referral Code, Winning Strategies to Double Your Referrals Easily. Okay, and this one is all about a very easy referral strategy and some referral concepts that you can take on board to really increase the number of client referrals you're getting right now. So what I encourage you to do is keep an eye out in your email inbox. It'll reach you in the next couple of days, and it's another short tutorial just like this one with referral strategies and case studies to help you grow your business to the next level. So bye for now, everyone. This is Roseanne Portia. I wish you every success in your business. Looking forward to talking to you at the next tutorial. Bye for now.